Hi, and welcome to Wowza Studio Sessions. My name is Robert Vacante, and I am joined today by Barry Owens and Lutful Khandker. Lutful, you're from Microsoft. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Group in Microsoft called the Commercial Software Engineering Team, and we work with our global leading partners and customers all over the world. So I focus on the media industry, and I have been working with Wowza as one of our top partners in the globe for the last 3 years.
That's great. And Barry, could you tell us a little about yourself?
Absolutely. So Barry Owen, VP of Engineering at Wowza, soon to be VP of Solutions Engineering as Wowza, as we endeavor to focus more and more on making our customers successful.
Wonderful. Lutful, for you, I'm curious, what does Microsoft Azure offer to the video streaming world, and what makes Azure the right choice for streaming video providers?
Sure. So we are a cloud provider. We are an open public cloud provider, one of the leaders in around the globe. Our platform allows software companies like Wowza to build a very scalable solution and have a global presence via our 54 regions and 140 countries data centers that's growing immensely. We also have a network backbone that we own. We are actually one of the largest fiber owners in the world. So our global presence and our platform level services that we are building for our partners and customers to bring their software onto our cloud, it's very powerful.
Great.
Yeah, one of the reasons we chose Azure for our ULL platform was in fact that global backbone and the fact that we could get latency down very low from the United States into Europe, into India, and maintain that latency throughout the system.
Mm-hmm. So, for either of you, are there other things that are part of the Wowza and Microsoft relationship that we've done and built on top of that Azure platform?
So I'll go first. I've been working with Wowza for, as I said, a few years now. We started with first the Wowza streaming engine to be offered via our marketplace to the customers who could then just provision a VM with Wowza image built on the top of it. And we do have different versions of the Wowza streaming engine image. And that was pretty popular, and it's still offered via our marketplace. Last year we did a very exciting project that Barry just mentioned, the Wowza Ultra Low Latency streaming service that is globally distributed architecture. So that is a unique solution that Wowza has built on our cloud, and we are very proud of it because there is nothing like that we could offer to our customers at that point, even though we were getting a lot of requests of ultra low latency live streaming solution. So that was very, very exciting, and we are seeing a lot of traction there, and we hope to keep working on that platform and bring it to the world with additional features and functionalities.
Great. Barry, can you tell us a little bit about the ultra low latency solution?
Sure. So the Wowza Low Latency solution built on Azure is essentially an end-to-end live streaming platform that's targeted at 2 to 3 seconds of latency glass to glass. So we use many Azure resources. We've got an origin network running there. We have midgrass tiers, and we have edges running in various locations throughout the world, in addition to customized players to play back on either mobile or browser. And we found the Azure backbone and the ease of which we can deploy these resources on Azure really helped us build this thing effectively.
Great. So
we are actually demoing that in a big way this year. We do have it in the demo station, both in Microsoft booth and Wowza booth, but we do a continuous session at Microsoft where various technology companies and customers comes and presents. So what we did is we actually are taking that stream from our booth, and we are streaming it over via Wowza ULL backbone across and to our LinkedIn video platform, and people can now watch it at Microsoft's NAB video LinkedIn platform, and we are seeing tremendous response on latency, which we are very excited about.
That's great. So in terms of new developments that you've seen in the technology space, for you, Lutful, what are you seeing coming in the cloud space relative to video that you would expect to evolve over the next several months or perhaps the next year that you think are important or are going to affect the way the industry delivers video?
So when we come from the cloud angle, right? So we get to work, we have the opportunity to work with the global leaders in media, but we also work with customers worldwide. And that could be a small, very small shop to a big broadcaster or a big OTT provider. So what we are seeing is people are asking for, first off, when people build their video distribution workflow, it sometimes are a combination of multiple brands, multiple softwares, multiple companies. They're asking for the ease of how we can help build some orchestration behind it so people don't have to put things together. This is something that we have thought through working with our partners with their specialties via their software. How can we bring that type of product to the market where we are taking the streaming expertise from Wowza, we're taking the contribution expertise from another company and say maybe like connect CDN built-in integration where they don't have to go through the motion of having to put this together all the time, because video distribution is mostly on demand. It shows up all over the globe, and that's why the global reach is a big ask. We are also trying to get into the space, which we are very excited about from Microsoft side, that is AI and ML space, and I've been working with Barry on that, and we have done some preliminary fun stuff that we are showcasing at this event. There are many other things that we see people are trying to figure out if there are ways to manage devices on premise via the IoT technology. So the new trends, what we are seeing in the IT industry, I think media industry is actually one of the first that's really adopting it in a big way. We are from Microsoft side, we work with all types of industries, but I think media industry is the most ready industry because of the transformation that's happening from cable and satellite to IP-based and cloud-based delivery.
Yeah, that makes sense. Barry, do you want to talk a little bit about how Wowza is incorporating some of those technologies? I know that there are some of those things at the booth that we're seeing right now, but in addition, any other evolutionary things that you see happening or revolutionary things that you see happening in the video space in the near future?
Yeah, so some of the Microsoft specific stuff we're showing, right? So some enabling technology, like continuing to containerize our platform and build it and run it in with container management service for higher reliability, higher scalability. The AI ML demo is very cool. You know, live video object detection. We have a fairly basic demo now that can, you know, if you walk by the camera, you'll see your face pop up on the screen because it found your face. There's tons of applications for this we can use that are directly relevant to many of our customers. I mean, you can think customers who are using traffic cams or customers who are building garage door openers. There's many, many ways you can apply this technology, and it's pretty fascinating. I think that's going to continue to be a very interesting market as we move forward.
Great. In terms of, I understand that both companies are doing some work and that we've got an Azure Hub, we've got an SRT Hub that's running on Azure. Can you speak a little bit about to the development of SRT and how Wowza is approaching that?
Yeah, so a few years ago we came together with High Vision for SRT, which is a low latency, reliable UDP-based protocol. So, you know, many advantages to doing that, really targeted at cleaning up that first and last mile experience for people when the network conditions aren't spectacular. The SRT hub that High Vision has built is very interesting. It's essentially an origin network or a way to get any stream that can be SRT into Azure. And then we can do interesting things with it once you get in there. And of course, one of those things is you can ingest that stream into Azure and then get it right into Wowza Cloud through a hublet, which is a very simple way to just basically, you know, connect something from point A to point B within the Azure ecosystem.
Wonderful. So Lutful, are there any other new technologies that you'd like to talk about that are coming from Microsoft in your Azure, from the Azure perspective?
Yeah, so we as a company, we are gonna continue to build innovative platforms on the cloud side. Our AI and ML are one of our first, it is very early still, but we think we have the planning and innovation and research is in place, and we are working with our partners because yes, we can bring all kinds of technology to the world, but it has to resonate with our partners because our partners sort of tell us what makes sense, what doesn't, because they are the key solution development teams that's working on building on our cloud. I think that AI ML, the container technology is going to mature over. The data is a big thing now. We are trying to figure out various ways to combine multiple technologies, like we mentioned SRT Hub, right? So we are trying to get into innovation mode with our partners, and that's our goal. We want to help this transformation that I'm talking about by innovating together. We cannot do this because we are not an experts in media and from Microsoft side by any means, but we are the leading cloud. We do understand the IT infrastructure and container, those type of things very well. We probably need a lot of help from the media companies like Wowza to help us direct where they think the innovation should take place. And I think we're getting there.
That's wonderful. Barry, do you have any other things you want to add about the work that's going on at Wowza?
Yeah, I mean the work with Microsoft in particular, where we have, we're beginning to really leverage the strategic partnership. We're doing much more co-selling. We're really behaving like go-to-market partners versus technology partners at this point. And I think that's super valuable for our end customers as we go find solutions that we can take the best of both worlds and build something that those customers can really be successful with. And then, Wowza specifically, we got tons going on. More and more things. So continuing CMAF low latency across the board with both engine, ultimately cloud, lots of SRT work with GoCoder, continuing to just make these things the best experience for every customer.
Well, I want to thank you both, Lutful and Barry, for joining us here at the Wowza Studio Sessions. We do have several more sessions that are scheduled today, so we hope that those of you out there and that couldn't visit us at NAB are able to do this, or were able to view this. If you are at NAB, we welcome you. Please come by, stop by. We're in the South Hall upstairs. So with that, thank you, and thank you both again.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks, Barry.